Hey guys, finding the perfect gift for the food lover in your life is easy, thanks to Goldbelly. Goldbelly ships America's most iconic foods, straight from world-famous restaurants right to your door. So if you want to treat someone to Joe's Stone Crab from Miami, Franklin Barbecue from Texas, or desserts from famous foodies like Ina Garten or Martha Stewart, Goldbelly has you covered, with free shipping anywhere in the country. Just go to goldbelly.com and for a limited time, get 20% off your first order with promo code GIFT. That's promo code GIFT.
Imagine this. The best pasta sauce you have ever tasted sits abandoned on a plate. Wasted sauce. That is a tragedy. If only you had used Barilla al Bronzo pasta. Its bronze-cut texture holds your sauce and scoops up every last drop. The Italians call that scarpetta. Capture sauce the Italian way. Barilla al Bronzo. Click or tap the banner to find out more.
This podcast is supported by Progressive, a leader in RV insurance. RVs are for sharing adventures with family, friends, and even your pets. So if you bring your cats and dogs along for the ride, you'll want Progressive RV insurance. They protect your cats and dogs like family by offering up to $1,000 in optional coverage for vet bills in case of an RV accident, making it a great companion for the responsible pet owner who loves to travel. See Progressive's other benefits and more when you quote RV insurance at Progressive.com today. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Pet injury is an additional coverage and subject to policy terms.
Chapter 2, Family. Episode 13, Castles of Sand. Life starts so grand. A simple cell, a moment of magic, a future without plan. We hide from fists that clench, or rise in loving hands, defined by things beyond our grasp, attached to all by fragile strands. As time erodes, we fall to land, an hourglass complete. Our magic lost and mixed again, amongst the endless sand.
I'm feeling that. I'm feeling sandy.
Welcome back to Girls Who Don't D&D. With me tonight, well, first of all, I'm your Dungeon Master, Cory, who always fails to introduce himself. I'm getting better at it. But with me tonight
Indy playing Freya.
Stacey playing Kaa'Riin.
Lana playing Morrigan.
In the last few weeks, the number of people listening in has skyrocketed, so we'd like to thank all of you who are out there sharing us around. Whoever you are, it's working, and we thank you. We are well past our expectations. They are a dot in the distance, and it's all because of this wonderful community of those who are so forgiving of us for being complete amateurs, recording in a fancy garage and hastily editing in our spare time. My special thanks go out to all the people who sent their names in for She of the Minty Smell, and also my apologies because I accidentally named her. I forgot that I'd already named her. So that's a bit anticlimactic.
What was her name?
Yes. Well, we find out.
Does it conveniently match any of the ones they picked?
Not even a little bit. Every single one of theirs was better than what I made up. So
Sorry,
Wait, so we've
followers.
already said her name at some point in the podcast?
no, but I'd already sent out something to be recorded that included her name.
Because you can just change it.
So yeah. So the
My
bottom line
friends
is.
send stuff in. They're like, can you pick me?
So the bottom line is I've already managed to name the person and then ask people to name her, and I feel silly for doing so. But, who knows? Who knows what we'll do with them? Also, a special thanks to a bunch of people who shouted us out in different ways recently. I'd like to thank Tomo0999, who said that they were eagerly awaiting another episode. Well, here it is. Here it is.
You're welcome.
Connor at FedEx, who listened to every episode in just 2 days.
What?
I don't know how many hours we've done so far.
That's
so I don't
a lot
know.
of hours.
I know.
I have so much respect for that commitment.
It's a lot of couch time.
Shane, in his garden. You listen to us while gardening.
Aww.
It's a good idea.
That's
It
a great
is.
idea.
You should get out there and garden right now. I'm going to try and get this one right. Jorge Fuentes. Do you think I said that right?
Beautiful.
That sounds nice.
Or this one, Dafford.
I love that.
Dafford?
Dafford, cool.
Dafford, he's in basic training somewhere, training to be in the army.
Oh,
I assume
wow.
when you say basic training, it's always to be in the army,
It's
right?
got to be, right?
Hey, how come they co-opted that when you think about it? Everything else basic training when you first start?
It's just some kid in primary school. He's like, I'm in basic training.
I've done a lot of basic training. It just
I
wasn't
learned
for
to
the
use
army.
the potty last week.
B, who just made her first character ever.
Oh.
Yes, I know. How cool is that? Katie Marie, who knows that it's all about the flips. And the winner of my current favourite follower name on Instagram, Bidimus Prime.
Great name.
Ladies, who would you like to say hey to?
I would like to say hello to Jacked Skellington.
That's it? Just all low.
We like the Tim Burton reference.
I did a little stalk of your profile. You are jacked. I'll give you that. I'm not going to be weird. I'm just
It's already there.
This is great. I love it. And thank you so much for listening. Also, I love that you said, at first, I thought D&D was for dorks, but you've changed your tune.
There you go.
And that's what it's about.
Bringing people together.
Inclusivity.
That's exactly
Is that
right.
the word I'm looking for?
I would like to say hello and thank you to Kaylee Ariel. This is why I've chosen Kaylee Ariel. But she started her comment with y'all.
Right.
So I'm really hoping.
That's all we need.
She's from Texas. I was like, oh my gosh.
No,
y'all.
y'all. We'll take it. We love it. Alana.
I'm going to shout out Percy's Minis on Instagram. They were one of 84 people that liked our most recent post on Insta. And they are a hobbyist from Germany painting miniatures for D&D. And I thought that was really cool.
Yeah, we
That's
love a bit
cool.
of international reach.
Yeah.
Did you know, and this makes no sense, but I don't know if I've told you this already today, we're number 3 in Israel.
Well, that sounds right.
Yeah, that's insane.
I've told everyone I've interacted with today.
Yeah, me too.
Another thing, tonight we are donating money for Min Max Mankind. And so here's how it's going to work. For every crit the girls roll, we're going to donate $50. But if they roll no crits and I roll a crit, we'll donate $200. Now that's Australian dollars, so that's worth about 7 pebbles. So don't make it a big deal. And while we're at it, welcome to chapter 2 of our story. It's called Family.
Aww.
Well, I mean, it could be bad. I don't know.
Yeah, but we ended the previous chapter with like the assassins and the
With
orphans
family.
being reunited, and we're going on a hunt for for Freya's family. It could be nice.
Could be nice.
It is nice. It's a nice moment.
It could be.
All right, let's get started. Girls who don't D&D, are you ready to play?
So ready.
Yes, we're ready.
Yes.
It's just 3 girls, a dragon, and a handful of dice. Some guys telling stories, I'm sure they'll be nice. There will be monsters, and magic, and fire and ice. But it's mostly 3 girls, a dragon, and dice.
And fire and ice.
When we left our heroes, our adventurous heroes, they had saved the children of the night, reunited many of them with their mothers, the once secretive and exclusive women of the Nine Lives Guild, killed the monster known as Menteith, let the villain known as Minty Bitch slip through their fingers, and left the madam apparently stranded atop the Dark Tower, surrounded by a seemingly endless army of golem people created by the son of gods, Tau Dornus. Take a breath. They had been rejoined by the mouseling Loot and a new creature, a mighty winged lion that appears to be the coalition of Harkon and Dutch. Now, gripping the creature's mane tightly, you see Kuzo the goblin from the first watchtower, and he calls out to you.
No time to explain. And they can't speak anyway. They want us to leave the city. We can think about things when we've got a safe place to rest. Follow us as best you can. We'll gather at the gate to the orchestral sands.
The beast lowers its head and Loot scrambles on board. The lion's head roars again and the creature launches into the sky and flies south towards the city's edge. The assassins and their children take advantage of the discombobulated golems, yeah, I just like saying discombobulated, and start scaling the walls of nearby buildings, leaping between them to stay above the army below. But the army is rising, ladies. What would you like to do?
First of all, commend you on that wonderful voice of Kuzo.
Yeah, it was great.
I've been practicing.
So
I've been
that's just the
practicing.
first thing.
Just
I think.
mostly a couple of hours each day in front of the mirror.
Red leather, yellow leather.
Yeah,
red,
I just
yellow.
stand in front of the mirror and just going red leather, red leather, red leather, yellow leather.
I mean, that was really good.
That was really. Can you do
Spectacular.
that one more time?
No, I don't think I can. I mean, even with the practice, it's difficult.
Can we replay it?
All right, fine. So I guess we've got to make a move. So
Gotta do something.
we're riding
Harkon,
riding Harkon.
Dutch.
Harkon has left
Loot.
without you. He's flying away. He's already got Loot and Kuzo on the back of him.
And they just left without us?
Yeah, he's got Loot on board. He's mostly interested in looking after Loot.
What a dog.
He's told you where to go.
The orchestral stance?
Sands.
That's pretty close.
The orchestral sands.
Yes.
We're going to go find the sand.
Off to the sand.
We're going to the beach.
Yay!
Yay! I love the ocean.
Excellent, but there is a massive army of golem
I was
people.
like, these two are just skipping happily through the golems.
Morrigan, aren't you a golem? Can you have a word with your people?
Wow.
Yeah, wow.
I mean, that's insensitive. You may get cancelled by the Kaylee community. I'm deservedly sorry.
So did nothing come of that Quill of Quills business?
It would appear not.
So I wrote a message and no one
I
answered.
didn't say no one answered. They're just not here right now.
Okay, let's just wait for the bear so they can give
If
us
we,
lift.
if we hang five, will they turn up?
We take a seat, we have a nap in a safe space, and we wait for the bears.
We have a long rest.
There is definitely not a safe space here. It is an Uber.
So we're in the bottom of the tower, and there's the children that just got reunited with their mothers thanks to us.
They left. They out the front of the building. I just said it. They definitely headed outside, looked at what was going on, climbed to the top of nearby buildings, and started running across the tops of the buildings.
Can we just follow them? I mean, I can't. I'll definitely slip and die, but you guys would be okay.
I mean, I don't know about you, but you can tell me what you want to do.
Yeah, we want the bears.
Not going to happen.
Fuck. Okay.
I mean, Harkon has left. He's not coming back. And also, I don't think he'd carry all three of you and
Does
the other
he care
two.
about us at all?
And when I say Harkon, I mean, the potential creature that is both Harkon and Dutch. That thing already weighs a ton.
Does he know
It's already
other
impressive
creatures?
physics that he can fly at all.
Does he know other creatures that are like him that could come and save us?
I do not think so, no.
Perception?
You can pick up those dice all you want.
Okay, is
Can we
what you're
ask-
saying is do we have to fight these golem things?
Up to you.
Can we
I don't
ask Alan
want
for a
to
way
do that.
I'm
out?
telling you, nothing's coming to save you, is what I'm trying to say.
If we whistle loud enough, will our horses come get us?
Oh, our horses.
There are no birds. There are no flying things that can come and get you. There are no mystical creatures of bears. There are certainly no trams. I don't know what you're looking for, but nothing's coming to save you.
All right, I'm throwing fire and making us a path out of here.
All right.
All right, let's launch.
Okay, I'm just gonna use a cantrip.
I don't want to fight.
I don't either. We're kind of tired.
What
we haven't
about
had a
if
long rest in a while.
What if we crawl into the gutters where my guild comes from, and then we run out through there?
We have to get outside to get to the gutters.
As far as getting outside, that's pretty much just being able to walk out. The glass is broken.
Oh,
Everyone else has
sweet, we
taken
just
off.
want out. I just thought you weren't going to let us out.
I in no way said everyone else left. What did you think they did?
You said they climbed and jumped on buildings and ran across roofs.
Yes.
Is it roofs or roofs?
Roofs?
That's a way
Roofs.
No, that's a genuine I'm asking.
Either way, you can also do the thing they did. I didn't stop them.
Oh,
The
they
only
didn't
thing-
climb in the
you
tower
can't
and then
fly.
across.
That was the only thing you don't have, the ability to fly.
Okay, well then I just want to strut confidently out. I want out.
We would like to leave.
Let's go to the gutters.
We're going to the
so,
gutters.
option is to go to the gutters. Give
Yeah.
me a perception roll, and we'll see if you can see any manholes around here.
11 plus 2 is 13.
That was a long pause.
That was too long.
Possibly too long.
I know.
I want to forgive you on the potential stutter, but it looked like you choked on the number 13.
This is not working. By this, I mean my brain. It's slow at the good times.
It's slow at
Let
the good
alone
times.
right now. By the way, listeners, Freya's slightly drunk right now.
So absolutely no. I'm drunk on love.
Oh,
Drunk on
that's
love.
it. Drunk on love.
Although she hasn't seen Jorda slash the Raven in a little while.
Don't
Haven't
even
seen him
talk
either.
about him. My heart's still breaking.
You can see beyond a few of these golems, one of the manholes or an entrance to a sewer, whatever you want to call it, if you wish to go that way.
Done.
Yes,
Sold.
that's what I want.
Okay.
We're easy tonight.
You race over to that, open up the manhole, and nothing seems to grab you. Everything's trying to grab you on the way past, but nothing really gets onto you too much and grabs you, and you've got just enough time to duck underneath the city's sewers.
See, I told you guys. I was all over it.
Do you know where you are in the sewers?
Oh yeah, we were led there before.
Oh, but I do have that weird rat owl thing where
Raven,
It's a raven.
gift from your
Who's a little
boyfriend.
bit unimpressed right now at being called the weird rat owl thing. Fuck off!
But I think I can call out to an animal and they can lead us out.
Just an animal.
I'm going to say a rat because they live in sewers, don't they?
Yeah, but you don't speak to animals.
But I can
do.
call out to them and they can tell me where to
You
go.
can call out. Go ahead and call out to a rat and see what happens. Because I want to tell you, it's just like in real life when you call out to a rat and nothing happens.
Rat.
Freya starts calling out to rats, and as for some reason, the other two probably stop and look at her like, "What the fuck are you doing?"
I step in, I'm like, sorry, Freya, if I may. I actually can speak to animals. I love that you want to try out your new skill.
I love that Freya assumed she could.
Yeah, I was connected to animals. But now Kaa'Riin can actually speak to them.
Yeah, I'm just going to have a word with this rat.
There we go.
All right,
Okay.
there is a rat. Of course there's a rat. Why wouldn't there be a rat? What would you like to say to the rat?
Hey, Mr. Rat.
Wow, very kind to the rat.
Yeah, because they're highly intelligent creatures.
Monocle,
They are
top
not
hat.
in this world.
Are they actually?
They're not super intelligent. They can hold something resembling a conversation. Just don't expect, higher level maths from them.
Well, I don't expect that from anyone
Or
in this
Freya,
group.
to be honest.
I was going to say, am I less than a rat?
So no coordinates.
Mathematically, perhaps.
Hey, Mr. Rat.
Yes?
Me and my friends are lost. If it's no trouble, do you think maybe you could lead us to the orchestral stands?
Not from here.
Okay, well, can you just
That doesn't lead into the desert. These are city sewers.
Are we not trying to get back to like the underground where all the little kids are to get them first?
Are we getting the kids?
I think they're left.
I think they're all gone, aren't they?
They can't have left instantaneously. The other people just left.
But they have their parents. Like, why do they need us
No,
anymore?
but they didn't take the younger ones who were back at like Camp Sewerage.
I mean, aren't they safer? Are they safer there?
Camp shithole.
But I don't think they're going to leave them just in the sewers to fend for themselves while they go walkabouts.
Had you perhaps gone a different way up the top, you probably would have heard one of the assassins say, "Don't worry, we'll meet you at the gate as well. We'll go and get the kids."
How about we swing by we go through the sewers and we swing by and we grab the clan and we go.
Freya's hoping there's some food there.
Okay. Sorry, Mr. Rat,
That's okay.
about the confusion.
Sorry, I was just reading a book. I'm very intelligent.
Yeah. What was it, Ulysses or you know what?
This one?
Yeah.
Of mice and men.
Thank you very much. I was reading
I was waiting for you to think of something.
What a beautiful metaphor. But moving on. So we need to go to a bunch of children. Any children will do. If you know where some are, no, some specific children, orphaned.
Well, that's very specific. Very specific. Only orphans.
Yeah.
kind of raises an eyebrow. Do rats have eyebrows? This one has eyebrows.
Yeah.
And it sort of looks at you awkwardly.
So just-
What?
I'm sorry, this isn't coming out the way I want it to sound. I'm so sorry. We've had a day. But what are they called? Children of the Night?
Yeah.
Oh, I know the children of the night. Follow me. Follow me.
Okay, great.
And he scurries off down the corridor. And I guess it's up to you how quickly you want to chase along. It's not too wet in this section,
We
so
keep
you can
pace.
charge. All
We're
right,
gonna
so
run.
you keep up going through dark areas. You can't see, so that makes it a little bit more difficult. So you're going to need to
Well,
turn
Morrigan
on
can.
Morrigan's
And Morrigan lights up a flame, I assume.
Morrigan's
Oh, no,
lighthouse.
When I use my night vision, it lights up the room now.
Oh, sweet.
Like
So we
a
just follow
lighthouse,
her
yeah.
laser eyes.
So I
much.
turn on my torch.
Excellent. And following along until you come to a big empty chamber, and it would appear that there's nobody in there at this stage. And there's a couple of the kids. When I say nobody, you can see a few of the people being shuffled out of the other side of the room. They are leaving, so somebody definitely has sent somebody back to get the remainder of the
Awesome.
kids.
Let's follow the remainder of the children.
Roll perception.
No.
You don't have to. I can count yours as a 0.
18 plus 2, 20.
13 plus 2, 15. That wasn't so slow, was it?
Okay, Indy, you did use your calculator, to be fair.
Wasn't enough though either. Haha.
6, marginally better than 0.
All right. Kaa'Riin is the first to notice that the rat that you had come in here with is no longer alone and has quite a few other rats with him now. About 20.
Ooh,
And they're sizing you up.
are we going to make rat stew?
It depends on how quick you are. Everybody roll initiative.
We didn't want to fight. Oh, that's fantastic. That's a 1. I'm back, guys.
What's your overall initiative after a 1?
2.
11 plus 5 is 16.
Mine's 14 plus 2 of 16.
16. When you both have the same initiative, we go to who has the highest dexterity modifier. So next to dexterity, tell me your modifier, and then it will tell me which one
Plus
of you is
2.
first.
Plus 4.
Still pretty good.
So Freya will go first, depending upon how the rats do. The rats who were ambushing you weren't very good at doing so. Still faster than Morrigan, but not a surprise. Freya, you can definitely tell that these rats are up to something. They're slowly moving around you, trying to flank you, and there are quite a few of them.
So they're bats.
Rats.
No, they're bats. Bad rats.
I don't know what you think bats are then.
Bad joke.
It's pretty
What
bad,
about,
yeah.
what about rats?
Oh, I love it.
What are you going to do?
Stomp on them. They're rats. Who
I'm a
cares?
stunned rat.
Treat them like we did the spider mushrooms.
Can I talk to my girls and say, let's get out of here, toot sweet? Or are they actually really surrounding us and
Yeah,
we
they're
can't leave?
around
There's like
you,
20
but
of
they're
them.
rats.
There's 3 of us.
Going past them will probably give them an opportunity attack.
I'm going to get my big sword out and just start killing them.
All right, give me an attack.
18
Do you like
plus
skewer them?
plus 8. I'm going to try and hit all the rats I can hit
All of them in
one
one
big
go.
swing.
All right, you can try, but you'll probably not only be able to hit a couple of them.
Okay.
Give me a big
18
swing.
plus 8.
That will definitely hit. You guys are 5th level, so it's actually 2d8 thunder damage with your booming blade. It's a shit ton of damage. So the damage on that one is...
18 plus 5.
Damn. What we're going to do with these ones, we're going to use what's called the cleave rule. And you don't always have to use this one. You can say, look, you only hit one thing and did 18 points of damage to it. But these are lots of little things. So yes, you can sweep through a whole bunch of them. And while there's still a whole bunch of them, if you do a whole bunch of damage on the first one, move the damage onto the second one and the third one and see how many you kill.
Cool.
Sometimes it just makes combat a little bit faster. So you did 18 points of damage.
Plus 5.
23 points of damage is you cutting 3 rats right in half.
Yes, girl.
And as you carve through them, each of them explodes. If you are within a couple of feet of them, and at this stage only Freya is, you have to make a dexterity saving throw. So check your dexterity, give me a d20, and you're trying to beat a 12.
17 plus 7 is my
Excellent.
saving throw.
You dive out of the way, and 3 of these rats explode in the background as you smoothly land in a pile of crap to the side.
And I'm going to take one step back and say, girls, you're up.
I'm sorry, you're telling me that when we successfully kill them, they explode and can hurt us.
Uh-huh.
Fuck these rats.
Oh, I was going to body slam them, so that's not a good plan. I was actually just going to throw my whole body down face, so like, boom.
Like a grenade.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, you've done some sort of
But
war hero
they're-
thing. Yeah.
They're
Okay.
acidy.
It is acid, actually. I didn't say that, but it is.
Yeah.
It's an acid explosion.
I'm going to get some rat poison out of my bag. And then I'm just going to be like, here, rats. Nom, nom, nom.
You're going to ask your bag for rat poison.
Well, I mean, like, what's something like naturally harmful to rat?
Rat poison.
No, naturally, you don't grow rat poison.
Fair enough. Not something I put a lot of time into. Old cheese? I don't know.
Oh, yeah, like it's a bit mouldy.
I ate old cheese this morning.
This is in no way surprising to me.
I woke up sick as a dog and I
And
opened the
you
block
thought, I'm sick as a dog. The first thing I should do is load up with mouldy cheese.
I opened the block of cheese and it had a blue mould on it and I went, meh. It was a real Bridget Jones moment.
Some of these are like long-term things that'll cause kidney damage, so probably not what we're looking for. Uncooked dried beans contain toxic hemagglutinin.
Yeah, okay. Let's try and give these rats a bad diet.
Peppermint oil will detract rats and send them away.
Peppermint oil. I asked my bag for some peppermint oil. Surely that grows here. Oil.
Peppermint just grows freely nearby.
Well, what about Minty bitch? She smells like peppermint all the time.
She may have cornered the peppermint market. Why don't you give me a d20 and try and talk to your bag?
Black pepper
Oh, black pepper.
can produce a very sharp smell, which is harmful to mice and rats. It's a basic condiment.
I'm going to get black pepper. I think there's more chance of there being black pepper.
All right.
All
Ask
right.
for black pepper.
16.
You open the bag and talk to the bag.
Hey, bag. Weird request. Don't ask questions. Do you have any black pepper? Actually, not that weird. I probably just have a good steak. Can I have some black pepper?
You get no reply.
Oh, for fuck's sake. I got a 16.
In fact, it worries you a little bit that you didn't get a reply.
Yeah, I'm pissed.
It's not just being pissed.
I'm concerned.
It's utterly silent.
Oh, guys, I'm really worried about the big snail. He usually always gives me something, even if it's the wrong thing. You know what? We're going to have to... Let's table that problem for later.
It's a big problem. That's going to fuck us over. Okay, but yeah.
It's
rats.
huge.
Beneath the mountains there lived a spider, a brood mother, a creature with no comparison. She was immense, a beast whose power had pushed her beyond that which she was born to be. What strength she had gained through time or dark influence was tempered only by the blindness earned through centuries of lurking in shadows. Where possible, she squeezed her monstrous frame between hollowed-out passages, searching for a worthy meal to replace the skerricks the tunnels provided, the sharpened chitinous tips of her many legs protruding from darkened recesses. Many legs, that is, but not 8. One had been taken from her. Stucker had faced her before, and when he was all alone, he had found retreating within his shell to be easy enough, or pushing the full weight of his spiked exterior against whatever entrance the dark thing had tried to scuttle through. The latter had worked twice before. The first, when the abrupt maneuver had been accompanied by an unusual crunch as Cavern and Shell consorted to tear loose a spidery limb. The second time, when he had helped 3 young adventurers find their way free of this godly tomb, the ones who had promised to find his wife and who had found success so quickly, a time that, to him, seemed only hours ago. Now they were back together, a love whose flame had never died, and yet was rekindled near the shore of an icy cold lake, beneath the stars of glowing cavern creatures, in the presence of an almighty wooden door. But in captivity, his wife had grown beyond her shell. Her legs simply refused to find such safety. They splayed to the side as she rested, providing an ample fleshy target for creatures with such a need. And just such a creature was now near. 7 legs winding their way down from a thin thread, blindly searching, cursing the obstructing sounds of dripping water and the occasional howl of a newly trapped soul. "Make no noise," Stucker begged, desperate to call out to his sleeping wife. And then a sound echoed from within.
Black pepper. But right now we've got exploding rats. We're going to have to deal with them. Okay, well, that was my turn. Do you just want to set them on fire?
Well, I was debating because I only have cantrips at the moment, and there's fire bolt, or I can actually do a sword burst, which actually sends out a circle of blades.
That sounds great. That sounds fantastic.
Sounds
Better
great.
than my pepper plan.
I liked your pepper plan. Okay, so
She was seasoning the rats, let's be honest.
for me to roast them. Well, they have to do a dexterity saving throw of 15, and then it's 2d6 of damage.
All right. What sort of area does it do?
5 feet around me.
All and around you. So I'm going to say that that's going to hit at least 5 of them. So I've got 5 dice here that I'll roll, and we'll see how many of them manage to dodge out of the way or get hit. They got to beat 15. One of us is incompetent at rolling dice, and this time it's not just you. Out of those 5, keeping in mind that rats are pretty dexterous,
Yes.
only one of them manages to get away. So how much damage do you do?
7.
All 4 of them explode. Now, they are close enough to perhaps damage you because that was a close attack.
Yeah, fair.
So all 4 of them are blowing up. So give me, they're around you. You're going to need to roll 4 dexterity saving throws because they're not just in one spot for you to dive away from. I don't know how you're going to pick a gap.
4d20s.
Do you want me to roll for you? You're not a good roller.
I mean, this could probably kill you just based on your normal abilities to roll.
Didn't die from Menteith twice. Died from rats. Oh, God. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. 12, 10, 10, and 6.
That's not good.
I escaped 1 rat.
All right. That's going to give you 3d8 damage.
Okay, I need to be as bad at rolling.
Be a bad roller.
Be a bad roller.
Just be you.
Just embrace you and your shitty rolling.
3?
3d8, yes.
3. 4, 1, 8.
All right. How you looking?
Not great. I'm dead.
You down again?
Yeah, shit you not. Killed by rats.
Exploded by rats. All right. Sinking face down into the water. Face down? Why not? Why not? Face down into the sewer. Morrigan has been damaged heavily. There are still 13 rats out there, and they are up next. So they're going to charge towards the next person who actually managed to hurt them a lot. So apart from the pepper issue, I mean, you didn't even really attack.
Well,
You just asked for pepper. That was your action. So they're like looking at you like, don't worry about her. She's a chef. We'll get to her later. We'll attack Freya, and we've got 7 attacks from the rats, and they all get advantage because they are surrounding you.
Well, that's not fair.
The first one, well, let's see how they go. The first one rolls 18 to hit you.
Yeah, my armor class is 16.
That's 1. The second one rolls another 18. That's 2 hits. Holy crap. The third one is a 19, so that's 3 hits. Fourth one misses. The fifth one hits, so up to 4 hits. Sixth one misses. And the 7th one hits.
5 points of damage.
5 hits. The good news is they don't do a lot of damage. They're pretty weak.
I mean, as the person that just died from them,
They're worse when they explode. 23 points of damage.
Okay.
Meta AI is the personal AI that's tailored to you, now with its very own app. It's built to get to know you, offering helpful answers and inspiration. Looking for something to add to your bucket list? Meta AI goes beyond traveling the world. It remembers you're a basketball fanatic and suggests you attend one of the playoff games. Just start typing or speaking to get the answers you need, wherever and whenever, because Meta AI is your personal AI. Download the Meta AI app, now available on the Apple App Store and Google Play.
Choice Hotels get you more for your money so you can maximize any road trip. And as your vacation maximizationer, I'm going to make sure you hear the maximum sizzle of Comfort Inn's free hot breakfast. Let's get real close. Maximum apple. Now that's fresh crispimization. Maximum waffle. Hear that crunch. And that's maximum coffee. Oh yeah, that's the pour I'm talking about. Breakfast maximized before hitting the road. Check into more. Book direct at choicehotels.com.
Hi, I'm Karina Beamisturfer, host of Morning Cup of Murder, your daily true crime podcast. Yes, you heard me right. Daily true crime. Every day, Morning Cup of Murder tells you a straightforward, short-form story about murder, true crime, cold cases, disappearances, serial killers, cults, and more. And I do that all in under 15 minutes. With over 3 years of stories and over 20 million downloads, the Morning Cup of Murder podcast has become a staple of so many people's daily routines. So, why not add it to yours? Stream Morning Cup of Murder everywhere you listen to podcasts, and remember, stay safe.
Have you ever wondered why we call French fries, or why something is the greatest thing since sliced bread? There are answers to those questions. Everything Everywhere Daily is a podcast for curious people who want to learn more about the world around them. Every day, you'll learn something new about things you never knew you didn't know. Subjects include history, science, geography, mathematics, and culture. If you're a curious person and want to learn more about the world you live in, just subscribe to Everything Everywhere Daily wherever you cast your pod.
How are you feeling?
Wounded.
The good news is back to you already, Freya.
I have 8 points of damage left. That's not good.
It's not good.
So if I just put my shield up and sit in a ball, is that okay?
For about a minute it will be, yeah.
All right, I'm just going to go sword again.
Booming Blade, what'd you get?
A 7 plus 8.
15. That is enough. Let's see how much damage you do, because you might carve through a whole bunch of them.
2 plus 6 plus 1.
That is a shit roll. Plus your sword.
14.
14 will kill 2 more. They will also explode.
And I need to run out of the way, don't I?
You do. So it is your dexterity saving throw. Got to beat the 12 again.
19 plus 7.
Dive out of the way beautifully.
I do.
Land comfortably in the distance.
I like that.
And unfortunately, just yell out for no reason to Kaa'Riin again. Your turn. Again.
8 points of damage. It's time for a long rest, girls.
It is. I'm going to pick up one rat in one hand and one rat in the other. Mm-hmm. And I'm going to say, kiss. Now, kiss.
What a way to die.
You're going to say it like that.
Some will say you deserve it.
So, Mr. Rat, I know you explode, but that's fine. I'm really strong. What I'm going to do is throw your little friend here against a wall in the distance, and they're going to explode over there, and you can watch. Or you can call this whole thing off.
All right. First of all, let's see if you manage to pick up a rat. Because I don't know if you know this, but they're hard to just grab.
Okay.
So give me a dexterity check.
I love this move, so my fingers crossed.
Should that be an advantage?
It absolutely should not be. No, you are in a sewer.
I thought it was a really cool move.
This sounds like the sort of thing they do at a county fair. They grease up a rat and go rat chasing.
How often do you go to county fairs?
Sounds like we don't even have counties, so I don't even know where I made up that whole thing. I just invented county fairs in my mind. I've seen too many movies.
16 plus 1, so 17.
17. We'll see if the two of them manage to dump out of the way. One of them does. One of them gets out of the way. So you've got one rat in your hand. And as they say, a rat in the hand is better than 2 in the sewers or something. I don't know how that phrase goes.
Mm-hmm.
I use that a lot.
I look at the rat. I'm going to follow the plan through. I'm like, listen, you can call this off, or kind of bigger than you, and I've got you on my hand. I'm going to throw you against that wall, and I don't know if you know, but I'm really strong.
So what you're really hoping is that you manage to pick up the leader of the rats.
Presuming you're the leader. You're the leader or nah?
I think we're just going to go for a good old-fashioned luck check on whether or not you've managed to pick up.
Just engage in the narrative.
I am. I'm giving you a chance. Give me a D20. Okay. I think you need to get a 19 or 20 to have picked up the rat.
I didn't. I got a 5.
You have picked up the least of the worthy rats.
Larry.
Larry, this is his first mission. He was like, they let me come along finally. I'm the guy who always makes mistakes. And here we are. I've made another one. Oh, woe is me, says Larry to you. Finally, they gave me a chance. I blew it. And it's because of you I blew it. Thank you so very, very much.
He's the runt of the rats.
And I say the rat, you would think that being able to understand you would make it harder for me to kill you, but it doesn't. So I just throw him against the wall.
Oh, God. Okay, throwing him against the wall. You're not going to miss the wall, I'll give him that much. But it's just probably going to be a basic dexterity check to see if you can hoik him and see what happens to him. So unless you fail this miserably, I think this is going to be okay.
7.
Miserably.
How did you miss the wall? Did you throw left-handed? It wasn't a big enough challenge for you to throw?
Maybe I subconsciously missed because it was his first day, you know what I mean? Let's just give him a chance.
He touched you, didn't he? He found his way inside your heart. As he flies through the air, you hear him go, thank you.
He scampers away.
He scampers away and leaves. He wants nothing to do with this.
Mm-hmm.
He wants nothing to do with this. He's like, they're not so bad, you know.
We saved Larry.
And everyone else goes, ugh, bloody Larry.
So as a bonus action, I'm going to use my 2nd level healing spell.
On Larry. You're going to heal Larry?
Yeah, I think that if he had a second chance, he would change.
He's going to turn things around.
But on reflection, I think I'd like to use it on Morrigan.
Okay, go for it. 2d4 plus 2.
So 3, 6 plus 2.
8 points healing. You go straight up to 8.
Ah.
And the good news is you jump straight back up.
Don't I have to say something?
Oh, yes. You always love to give a good healing word. What was the word you chose for Morrigan?
Up you get.
Rats? Really?
You ain't going out like this. Not like Steve Irwin to a stingray.
Wow. I mean, I don't know about you, but too soon.
No,
it's still
not too soon. I was in my first year of university when that happened. And
I was 6 weeks old, people.
In my career for 12 years. So 15, 16 years ago. I think we can make the joke.
All right, we can move on. Just crossing off the attack from the stingray that was coming in a second. That was Kaa'Riin. The rats are next. There are still quite a few of them left. They do see Morrigan rise, but don't think too much of it. The last thing they saw was you throw Larry down the corridor, Kaa'Riin, and that draws some attention. And so 5 of them are coming your way. And again, because there are so many of them, they get advantage. Does an 11 beat your armor class?
Oh, it's a 12, sorry.
Don't be sorry because it didn't beat you. It was an 11.
Oh, yay. Yes, math. Woo.
The next one, however, does hit you. That's 1 hit.
How many?
2 hits. Another miss. And another hit. So 3 of them. That's not too bad. For a total, 3 rats clamber all over you. They're running up the side of you. You can feel their little feet touching you.
Yeah.
And they just did 15 points of damage.
Yeah, okay.
They're tiny, and that was a lot of damage.
I took 23 points.
Yeah, it's like a lot of damage to little rats. Like, they're just crawling on me. What do they do to me?
They nibble.
You know, they explode when you kill them, so they're not just rats.
But, like, why are they after us?
Your food.
Oh, okay.
These are still rats. They're evil, horrible
Take one of the
things.
kids out of your bags and give it to them.
The kids are gone. They're no longer in the bag.
Sorry, I just...
Stop feeding children to animals. Horrible creatures. Sorry, up next, Morrigan rising from the sludge.
Again, like
Covered
the
in
golem I am.
Memories of being a golem flashing back.
Oh, God.
Potentially. What would you like to do, Morrigan?
Stop dying.
Not a bad idea.
We get out of this. Can I have a long rest?
I am aiming for you guys to do so, but you guys choose to go through the sewers instead of across the rooftops, like I made it abundantly clear.
There is one thing that we know how to do. Is ignore
obvious
advice.
hints.
I had this whole section about just doing running and jumping across the rooftops. I went, they'll go across the rooftops. You chose the sewers.
I thought I'd be safer not running and jumping across rooftops considering how clumsy I am.
True. I had this, like, honestly, I did have a whole fun section of, like, slipping and grabbing and pulling each other up and in my head, and I did write it down. This is why we got rats. I bet they go through the sewers.
Can I use Gust and, like, pew, pew, them away? Can I use it strongly enough to, like, smash them against a wall so they explode away from me?
Probably won't do that.
Or I could use my hideous laughter spell, which I've been dying to use.
What's that?
They just find everything hilariously funny and they can't stop laughing.
2 rats walk into a sewer.
We could also run away. Let's run away.
Telepathically, I asked the girls if I can make a gap. Do you want to make a run for it? I I don't think death by rat is what I want on my gravestone.
I hear you. I'm down to 5 hit points, hon. Let's go.
I'd like to use my Gust cantrip, which is a strength save on their part of 15.
All right, there's a lot of rats, but we only need to blast a few of them out of the way. So I'm just going to really roll for the ones directly in front of you.
Okay.
And we'll say there's 5 of them. Rats are not strong. 4 of them have failed, but 1 of them has crit. Standing between you and the only exit from this sewer is one mighty rat, standing with hair blowing in the wind.
Oh my God, so
proudly
majestic.
gusting.
I'm seeing like the Thor rat.
Holding his copy of Mice and Men, his exceptionally long and possibly blonde hair flowing for no particular reason.
Yes.
And he ain't moving, but the rest have been blasted out of your way. You still have a move action. You can try and run past. He will get an opportunity attack.
Mm-hmm. Can't I just kick him on my way through?
That would be an extra attack, and you've already used your action.
I've already used an action. I get you.
Oh, no, run, honey.
Run.
All right, they'll get an opportunity attack on you. He's already rolled a crit just to stand there and absorb your wonderful wind. So he's not likely to do it twice, is he? Let's see what he does as you run past. Does a 15 hit you?
Yeah. Pretty much anything hits me.
That's not how this works. Oh, he does 3 points of damage. And you are into the tunnel chasing after the other children and assassins who are leaving. We're back to Freya.
Oh, I'm going to try and kill him and then I'm going to run away.
All right.
Yeah?
Yeah, have a go.
Great. Here we go. It's going to roll it up here.
What did you roll?
She rolled in the wrong spot.
You don't get to roll more than once.
I don't know if
Doesn't matter.
But there's the wrong spot. She rolled the table.
I didn't roll the table.
Yeah, what'd you get the first time? A 3. 3 plus 8 is not going to be enough by 1 point. You only have to roll a 4 to hit these guys. So somehow you swing past your blade, slicing off some of his tips. He's furious.
A couple of the tips.
He's furious.
He's utterly... These things weren't free.
I've been the rat barber.
You can still try and run past him, though.
Roll.
No, you don't. You just got to run past him. He's done his opportunity attack on Morrigan. Doesn't get to do that over and over again. He's still swinging and missing.
Right.
You managed to get by, though, running down through the chamber. And Kaa'Riin, still just one rat between you and the exit. But he has already attacked.
So I can either run past him or I can do something and run.
Yep. Or you can run and then do something.
But the one with the tips is like right in front of me. I'm like, okay, so I'm going to point at him. I'm going to go, joke's on you. And I'm going to cast Hideous Laughter.
Joke's on you.
Yeah, so a creature of your choice that you can see within range perceives anything as hilariously funny and falls into the fits of laughter if this spell affects it. The target must succeed on a wisdom saving throw or fall prone, becoming incapacitated and unable to stand up for the duration. A creature with an intelligence score of 4 or less isn't affected.
The rat is too stupid to get you a joke. He's getting jokes on you and he's going, I don't get it. I get jokes. I know what funny is. That's not funny. That ain't funny. I know comedy. That ain't comedy, he says.
So I just run then.
Yeah, bolt past him as he tries to rat-splain comedy to you. What you need is a punchline. You need a come back. Let me explain comedy to you.
I didn't even look back. I'm just still running. I'm like, I'm mouthing to Indy. I'm like, what an idiot.
The rats will chase you, but ahead of you, and who went first? Morrigan. Good news. Morrigan's the only one with a light. So she's in front. Follow the light, people. Follow the light. Run to the light. But in front of Morrigan, she can see some of the other people, and they're finding their way through a sewer pipe and up through a manhole into the street. It might take a few seconds to get you all out with the rats coming. So let's see how quickly, or who wants to go first?
I'll go.
Freya, straight up the ladder.
I'll go last.
Okay, Freya, straight up the
at the
ladder.
moment.
Give me a dexterity check because this ladder is slippery.
14 plus 7 is 21.
Straight up the ladder, no problem.
Mm-hmm.
No problem?
That works.
Words be hard. Yeah. Straight up the ladder, no problem.
I'd actually argue you go first because I've got the light, so at least you could see the ladder and make sure you don't have any missteps.
Fair. 11 plus 2.
No problem at all. Up you go.
What are we adding, sorry?
Morrigan, it will be your dexterity.
7 plus 1.
Why do your rolls suck?
Why do you roll so low?
Why do you agree to let her go last? Oh my God.
Because she's got more hit points.
She hasn't got many. She
But more
slips
than her.
down to the ground and one of the rats is on you straight away.
For fuck's sake.
Oh, well, Kaa'Riin,
It's been
It's
an
you and
honour
I
knowing
now.
her.
I know.
Fortunately, they really
She's just
don't
a golem
have...
anyway. Who cares?
Wow.
We drag the top of the sewer over.
She belongs to the rats now.
Bye-bye, Morrigan.
Wow.
Wow. Thanks.
He hits.
Yeah.
He hits.
Can I immediately use healing
Hey, we've
spell
got
on
rope.
myself?
No, it's not
We've
a
got
reaction.
rope. We're going to get her with the rope.
Yep, you can try that after she takes just 5 points of damage.
Is she dead now?
Yeah, I'm laying in the bottom of the sewer again.
No, again.
No, you
I
had
had
8
5.
points.
Yeah, and then I lost 3.
Fuck, I'll go down and get her.
Yeah, I'm
You
too
roll
close
your
to
eyes
death.
at this point.
All right, throw me down.
All right, you can jump straight down if you want. It's not that far.
Rightio, I'm jumping down. I'm going to tie a rope around her, throw it to Kaa'Riin, and then we'll try and pull
Hoist her up.
All right, that's going to be a
The
strength
dead
check.
body. 'Cause it's
but
going to be. I'm not strong either.
as you get down there, 2 more rats arrive. Now, they're not surrounding you at this stage. They're just attacking normally. There's no advantage. And both of them miss.
That's good
They are
news.
starting to climb up you, but apparently your leather is too much for rats to bear.
It is. It's actually real leather. It's not pleather.
That's what one of the rats was like. This is real leather. You can tell.
I can feel it.
You can tell. You're tying the rope on.
Tying her
She's
up.
throwing it to me.
And I'm
Alrighty.
throwing her up.
All
It's
right.
not fast. I don't think I should have to do dexterity.
Well, no, I'm not going to make you do that at all. I figure that you'll be able to pull her up if you can just do a decent strength check.
Oh, you're strong as fuck. That's good.
14 plus 3, so 17.
All right, so you do manage to pull Morrigan out, her lifeless body hanging from a rope.
Head boink, boink, boink
As the
on
rope accidentally
ladder.
starts tightening in the wrong spots around it. Please don't strangle me. But Freya is still down there. Another dexterity check to get up that ladder.
18.
And fortunately,
Plus
Freya is
7.
very good at getting
I'm
out.
really good at things.
Very good at dexterity and
to do with dexterity.
And then we close the
Scampers.
sewer off.
boom.
Yeah, bang. See you,
And
rats.
in the street, you now look around and you can see that you are close to the gate. The gate is behind you, and there are dozens, if not hundreds, of golems lumbering towards you. Some are faster than others. Give me a perception check so I can tell you a little bit about the golems. Maybe I can, maybe I can't. Yeah,
18.
Morrigan, you can miss out on that because you still...
I'm dead again.
You're not technically in a death
Sorry,
save.
I'm
so the good news-
unconscious.
You're unconscious.
Well, I'm not in death saves?
Usually that's in combat. I mean, we could do that, but the idea is that
trying to
it's
drag
not
my
going to
corpse
take too
around.
long. They're just pulling you behind my rope.
Oh, you're going to have some gravel rush, girl.
Yeah, just tie me to the horse.
Oh, that's a good idea. I got 18 plus 2, so I got 20. So tell me everything.
One of the things you notice about the golems is there's more than one type. There are some of them that look more degraded than others. Perhaps it could be because they have been copied more, and some of them look less degraded, more like, I guess you could argue, Morrigan looks like a fresh version of a person. So do these ones. Those ones seem to be staying back. The more aggressive ones are the more copied versions.
Yeah, so I'm liking it to when I do photocopying at work and I photocopy, and it becomes poorer and poorer quality.
It is exactly the same as that, yes.
Yeah.
Ah, thank you. That really helps.
Yeah, I like to use analogy to teach.
Yeah.
The door is open behind you, the gate to the city. 2 wooden doors are open at the moment. On the other side of that, you can see the rest of the assassins, the children of the night. Some of them are still scampering through. Yeah, it's your decisions. What would you like to do?
Okay, so we've closed them off, the sewer.
Sewer is closed.
We've got Morrigan attached to a rope.
Yeah.
I mean, should we throw over our shoulder? I mean, I'm pretty
Put me
strong.
in the backpack. You can carry me in the backpack.
There's something wrong with the backpack. They wouldn't give me pepper.
And that's the measurement you use to judge anything by.
Yeah, because pepper's practically free.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna throw Morrigan over my shoulder. I don't want her to get any more hurt.
It's going to slow you down when you run a little bit, but not enough to worry about.
Yeah.
Give me a strength check to make sure you don't have any trouble. You have had trouble throwing kids into bags before.
12 plus 3, so 15.
You hoik her over the shoulder, no problems whatsoever, and start to find your way through the gate. Freya, you're going with them.
I suppose so.
Freya stays behind.
Bye, Freya.
As the gate slams, you see a beam of light bursting skyward from the Madam's Tower. And you are safe.
Or in the cholesterol stands.
You're in the cholesterol sands, yes. Orchestral sands. Listen to what I have to play with, people.
How we have really bad cholesterol.
They left without me, thought Alan. That was one of the rules. Never leave your partner behind. The snow atop the tower, dashed with blood, crunched behind him as someone new approached. "Friend or foe?" said a soft voice. Without turning, Alan replied,
I don't know anymore. Then we start with friend, said the voice, because she is most certainly foe. Huddled over the robotic wreck of her brother, the madam turned to see the two men. You caused this, she shrieked, and rose to her feet, her fingers tensing with the magic that was given, not earned. The soft voice spoke again. Do you know how to use that, he said, pointing to a broken staff strapped to Alan's back. Again, the answer was, I don't know. Well, it's starting to glow, friend. So maybe now is a good time to learn. The doors move again and slam shut, wedging a few of the golems in between as they chase you. You turn to see an endless sea of sand, bleached skulls and loose bones awkwardly punctuating the pale yellow. The distinct lack of wind is almost disturbing, but you're too tired to think about it. Give me a perception check.
I'm unconscious.
You're still unconscious, yeah.
17 plus 2, which is 19.
Damn, you're smashing it tonight. You do find it a little strange that the snow that falls seems to only fall in the town. It was snowing on the other side of these walls, and the dry desert starts almost immediately. The setting sun creates a few shadows. There's definitely no life here. Some of the assassins are already starting small campfires. The children and teenagers huddle closely together. Some eat what they have, others are finding ways to sleep. Many curl up with a parent they thought lost. You hear the phrase, I never stopped looking, over and over again.
Oh.
A few of the assassins offer to take watch as the golems continue to bash into the wall. Their children are with them. It'll give us time together, says one, smiling. The light from the rising moon flashes across her blade. Don't worry, she says. Nothing will get to us ever again, and we'll be safe for the night. She leans in closely, though. Tomorrow we will need to find food and shelter, because we have very little of either. But for now, the children need rest, and so do you. On the outskirts of the camp, watched carefully by other assassins, the huge creature that rescued you from the tower wraps itself around Lute and covers him with a wing. Kuzo sleeps on top. All are clearly exhausted. What would you like to do?
I want to go up and just curl up next to the pile of sleepers, and I want to get under the wing and fall asleep.
You can absolutely do that.
Girls, what do you want to do?
Your burger is served, and this is our finest Pepsi Zero Sugar. Its sweet profile perfectly balances the savory notes of your burger.
That is one perfect combination. Burgers deserve Pepsi.
Hey, do you have trouble sleeping? Then maybe you should check out the Sleepy Podcast. It's a show where I read old books in the public domain to help you get to sleep. It was the best of times. It was the worst of times. It was the age of classic stories like A Tale of Two Cities, Pride and Prejudice, Winnie the Pooh. Stories that are great for adults and kids alike. For years now, Sleepy has helped millions of people catch some much-needed Z's, start their next day off fresh, and discover old books that they didn't know they loved. So, whether you have a tough time snoozing or you just like a good bedtime story, fluff up the cool side of your pillow and tune into Sleepy. Unless you're driving, then please don't listen to Sleepy. Find Sleepy on Spotify or wherever you get your podcasts. New episodes each week. Sweet dreams.
If you're looking for an epic, all-ages tabletop role-playing adventure, check out the newest addition to the Critical Role podcast network, The Reslayer's Take.
Taking place in the fantasy world of Exandria, you'll be guided through the wild continent of Isilra, home to some of the most dangerous creatures. Here, the Slayer's Take is the most notorious monster hunting group in the realm and has victoriously battled many ferocious mythic beasts.
But when this group's previously slain creatures start returning from the grave, it's up to 6 misfit mercenaries to band together and reslay these supernatural threats as the Reslayer's Take.
This special actual play podcast is lovingly edited into 30 to 60 minute episodes, making it a perfect first dip into the world of tabletop role-playing games. The party is led by a duo of game masters, myself, George Primavera,
and me, Nick Williams, with the main cast including Jasmine Bilar, Jasper William Cartwright, Caroline Lux, and Jasmine Chong.
So go check out the Reslayer's Take. Listen to new episodes every Monday anywhere you stream podcasts or receive early ad-free access at beacon.tv.
Hey listener, it's Zach Harper, Amin Al-Hassan, and Anthony Mays of Cinephobe. You may be asking yourself, what is Cinephobe? Amin, would you like to fill in the people?
Cinephobe is the podcast where Zach and I watch movies that are poorly rated on Rotten Tomatoes and try to ascertain.
We're trying to ascertain?
Yes.
Okay. Ascertain.
Whether or not they're accurately poorly rated, or maybe they didn't get a fair shake. Cinephobe, produced by this guy, Anthony Mays.
Hey, that's me. I produced this show. I also watch the movies, even though that wasn't included in the description, and I also ascertain. This month is... Whoa! Whoa! Oh, Maze, why do you say that? Supercharge it so that this promo can remain evergreen.
I feel like explaining a little bit more.
In 60 seconds?
I don't know. Maybe I don't bring attention to it. Assuring people like, look, if you listen, you're going to get it. Just give it time.
That's a good promo. Just listen to it.
Give it time.
You'll figure it out.
Is this the promo right now?
Isn't it? Okay, I think we got it.
Cinephobe.
Wherever you get podcasts.
We're going to do that too. And have a
You
long
all
rest.
curl up under the wing.
I'm unconscious on Kaa'Riin's
Yeah, but you're
back.
on my thing, so I've taken you with me.
Possibly should try and get her awake
I can't
first.
heal until I've been woken up.
Kaa'Riin, you do have some healing spells left.
Fine.
She's like, I'm really sick of wasting
I'm
it on
just
this
like really
bitch.
tired though,
and you're about
and
to
she
get
just
them back after a long
she
rest.
is draining me literally, but okay.
So Morrigan wakes up long enough to go back to sleep.
All right, hold on. Let me look. Okay, I can use some good berries, so I'm just going to put up 10 good berries, and I don't have to, but I want to. I'm going to masticate them,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm just going to put them in my mouth, and I'm like, oh,
Good times. Good times.
Morrigan. Here
One of
comes
the-
the deja vu. I'm starting to think you're doing this on purpose.
One of the assassins in the distance starts singing memories.
All alone in the moonlight.
And then she wakes up, and then we go back to sleep, and we curl up under the rainbow wing.
All right. Harkon, possibly known as Darkon now, as a combination of Dutch and Harkon, does put a wing over 4 of you, and Kuzo curls up on top. The night is somewhat uneventful, except for the fact that you all managed to go up a level. So we'll work that out in a second, and we'll join it back in our story with you being a bit more powerful. You sleep the sleep of the exhausted. Kaa'Riin, during the night, you see your father's face in a dream, and your mother's, and the woman you barely remember from the painting in your home. There's something new this time, something that made you laugh when the painting was first made. When they posed together, your mother and the woman kept making your father laugh by holding hands behind his back. You remember that they were happy, all of them, but you also remember that this was something new, something that had been surprising at first. Do you have any memories of that time?
Did Dad get this chick pregnant?
They genuinely seem happy.
Yeah, because Dad knocked up his other girlfriend.
She doesn't seem pregnant in your memory of her.
You ended up with a second mum, like a polyamory kind of thing?
Yeah, because they're polyamorous.
Okay.
They're into that. I'm not.
You remember her being pregnant?
Yeah, and Mum's
Interesting.
super happy about it, and I'm like, but I was an only child.
So
I'm really pissed. I'm like, what's happening here?
Morrigan, you sleep well at first. Clearly your body needed time to regenerate. But you also have Menteith's words echoing in your mind for a while. Then another voice drowns his out. A female voice, strong, confident, but still a whisper. It just keeps repeating, next time, next time, next time. Freya, the day has been quite overwhelming for you and you fall asleep quickly, your eyelids dropping with the falling sun. A voice echoes in your thoughts as well.
Hi,
Oh, yay.
I'm Caleb, and I play Thine, Freya's godfather. Are you listening, young one? I do see your precious eyes closing. I know you are ready to sleep, to drift among your dreams. I too can hear the stars of the night readying their memories to whisper in your mind. But tonight it is your story you must hear, not theirs. There will be other nights to listen to the stars. But for now, let me tell you of our home. Just a city, it once was. A city. No, it was more. A place of our great pride. It rose from the edge of an extraordinary expanse of caramel sand and melodies of air. Our people, respected far and wide, neither loved nor hated, moved freely around Kaa'Riin and sometimes beyond. We were equals once. The war against Dornus and his puppet with the silver hand changed much. We are nomads now. Enough of that. We were a people of kindness and optimism, not a bitter mess of malignance and anger. We were more like you, young one. Bright eyes and playful ambitions. It is indeed an art to live against the wastelands and yet be so beautiful. To let our songs tell our stories as harsh winds whip against the walls. To let the aroma of our culture, our food, and our people erase the stench of death at our doorstep. To let hope in our youth guide our gaze beyond empty horizons. That is who we were. And when you wake, child, I will tell you what we have become. Because now, our people run.
His voice is actually fucking insane.
Yeah, like, is this Sean Penn just low key?
He's doing all that work in dangerous parts of the world right now, and we're just sort of going, could you just do a quick piece for a Dungeons & Dragons game, please? Yeah, it's a great voice, isn't it? Freya, what are your thoughts?
Okay. Wow. Okay. So I had quite a respectful people that I was around. They
were noble.
loved their home. Yes.
They were neither
noble.
hated nor liked.
And now they run. So they're scared of something. So something's
Yes.
So that's why your home moves?
Their fight with Dornus and the Silver Hand,
Yeah, the man with the
which
silver
is
hand.
a gauntlet.
Yeah.
And now they're in the wastelands. They're in the wastelands, but there's beauty amongst the wastelands.
But they're also trapped because they're controlled.
Okay.
When you wake, Kuzo is walking towards you. He looks a bit different from when you saw him last now that he's closer up.
He's got a mohawk.
He's had some work done, but he's older. He's more worn, actually. It looks like he's a bit older than you remember him, a bit tighter.
Maybe you should try the soup diet you tried because you look great.
Thank you very much. He says as he walks over,
You do
have
look great. You look fantastic.
You do look
so good.
No, honestly, Cory, you look so good. You look radiant.
You look so great.
Yes, I'm radiant because I'm with child.
Also,
which explains quite a bit now. Kuzo walks over and straight away says, "Have you tried the soup diet?" He's one of those annoying
energetic.
people who can't stop telling everybody else about whatever's worked for them.
Yeah, I'm that person in life.
I feel much better.
I just have so much more energy.
He walks over and he looks at Kaa'Riin's tattoo first and he just says,
I say, yeah, babe.
and he starts working on your tattoo and obviously trying to adjust it a little bit more so you can talk to Lute and Darkon. He quickly adjusts everyone's tattoo so you can hear. Lute and Kuzo can just speak to you, but Darkon absolutely cannot. Seems to be incapable of speaking now. Darkon lands next to you though, and Lute slides down from his back. How many towers have fallen? That's the first thing he asks you.
Oh, we keep forgetting about these towers.
At least 2, but we did get stuck inside of a time warpy mountain. So we were out for a lot longer than we realized.
At least 2. His armies could be everywhere by now.
But remember that time can change. Like, time speeds up in the mountain, doesn't it? No, it slows down.
We were gone for 2 months and didn't realize.
That's why Kuzo looks a bit older. He says to you,
"Have the Justicars met?"
Mm-hmm. We're the Justicars. We have met.
No.
He looks at you like that's not how this works.
Have the other Justicars met?
We haven't accomplished much since we saw you last. We were in a mountain for 2 months that seemed like a couple of days for us, and then I've died like 4 times.
Have the armies formed?
Yes, they have.
They're formed everywhere.
Stop lying!
It's like fucking things chasing us. We have rats after us.
We have nothing.
No.
Not theirs.
Not the armies of Dornus. Has the army of the Justicars formed?
We have no contact with anyone. We have no information. We have nothing.
Have they voted?
We don't know.
If they vote to form an army against Dornus's horde, all will be lost. That's what he wants, to secure the votes. We need to find them.
Why would they even vote though? Because I feel like he just controls everything.
He doesn't control them all, but he only needs 6.
Okay, so we vote no. Aren't we Justicars?
He looks at you, puts a wing around, and says,
Kaa'Riin,
Yeah.
they do not know who or what you are.
Nah.
You are our Justicar.
That's right.
They don't even know about your vote.
They're not going to get it.
They think our people are long gone.
Okay, I'm going to say no.
If the armies form, all die. The souls raise the mother, and nothing survives.
That's what we saw in the vision.
Yes. Okay.
They raise the armies. They have all the bodies in the one place to just sacrifice them all at once.
Yeah.
Oh, Morrigan, you're
We don't
so
want that.
smart.
The council requires a majority to form the armies. I know Dornus has secured one vote, but we have Kaa'Riin to represent her people, and Morrigan as well.
We don't have the advantage that you think we do.
Why?
So turns out I've been cloned and my evil doppelganger is currently ruling in my place.
Another Morrigan. This does not bode well. If we do not have the vote of Morrigan and the High Elves, our advantage is lost. And where is she?
Wherever the hell I'm from. My memory's not great.
This bothers him immensely. He is confused. Clearly you can see that he's confused.
The Justicars will have to wait. This matter is more pressing. There is much to study about these clones. I am sure the information will be in the library.
You guys should come up with a safe word. Like, if you're onto Morrigan, like, here's our safe word.
Is that in the fear that, like, we have our tattoos changed against?
It's not impossible that she turns up and replaces you. And how would they know?
Yeah.
Exactly. So Harkon needs to know, or Darkon needs to know if questions. So next time Darkon's like, what's the safe word?
Yeah, guacamole.
They have that in this world.
It's never going to come up.
It's never going to come up. I don't think their diet is so refined.
I am going to make sure now that every town you go to, there'll be a guacamole festival on.
You saw a vision of the awful events that are going to pass if we don't succeed.
Yes, I did.
Well, we saw the same vision when we ran into Thassa at the circus. And in our version of the vision, we saw Evil Morrigan, as we've so dubbed her, being the one to kind of kick everything off. And she ends up killing my dear friends here and leaving me alive to watch all of these souls be sucked into the mountain.
I saw much the same thing, but I thought that was you and you had been tainted by Dornus.
Yeah, I'm not planning to become evil, but I have seen an evil version of myself and she did try to kill us. She is definitely more powerful than I am. I'm also offended that she's clearly a higher level than I am, when theoretically we got split at the same time.
Yeah, but you have something that she doesn't have, though.
Friends.
Oh,
love. Family.
I was going to say something as cheesy as that. I was going to wait to see what we all had.
Cheese.
Cheese.
It's just cheese.
No, that's a safe word.
Gouda. Everything's Gouda, girls. That's it. Gouda, not guacamole. Gouda.
You now have 3 safe words because that won't go wrong. Damn it, what's one of the safe words?
I can't work guacamole into a sentence, but I can work it
I
into
don't think of a safe word. It's about getting the sentence out.
Yeah, I don't think you need to slip it in. He just needs to go, what's the safe word? And you're like, guacamole. And he's like, oh, whew, it's you.
Then we will use this safe word. But if we do not have the vote of Morrigan and the High Elves, our advantage is lost. We would need 4 more.
Freya's just a car too.
No, he doesn't know who you are.
He looks at Freya and he remembers her from the beach.
What makes you think you're a Justicar?
I was supposed to be next in line and it got taken away, didn't it?
Does Harkon even know that we've lost our memories?
If I could just interject.
Kaa'Riin, of course.
Yeah.
I will always heed your words.
So you will believe pretty much and trust anything that I say to you?
That's not what heed means.
That's heed. Well, we have a different definition of heed.
I have the one from the dictionary.
Okay, so have you heard of a giant snail?
Yes, Thassa. My good friend Thassa.
Okay, Thassa. Follow-up question. Have you heard of an anglerfish?
I cannot say that I have.
Okay, well, an anglerfish...
I do not believe it exists here, but
Yeah,
please,
well...
tell me of this fish.
I'm going to tell you about this anglerfish. An anglerfish, when it finds another anglerfish, they morph into the one thing. So I'm assuming that you and Dutch are kind of like this anglerfish situation.
Thank fuck you finally brought me up.
Yeah, you've morphed into something. I'm getting
We're
that
similar.
vibe.
Whoever you want to talk to, you get to talk to.
Would you say you're sharing a bloodstream right now?
Pretty much. I
Okay.
think what he thinks what I think.
It is true.
Great, like the anglerfish. So I'm guessing that Dutch can fill you in on the fact that we have lost our memories.
Oh, sorry, mate. I left that out.
Yeah, Dutch, fill him in.
As you just heard, memory's gone.
Okay,
So
great.
that happened.
All right, now that we've cleared that up, we've spack-filled some stuff here. Thassa, giant snail, shares visions.
I have seen the visions many times.
So she showed us a vision in which Freya was a Justicar.
He looks to Freya and he smiles.
And she smiles back.
That was you. Yes, I see it now.
Although he is remembering you dying.
There is a problem. Your lineage does not lead your people. Your people are sadly nothing more than the myth of a vanishing fortress.
I know, but I'm trying to get it back there so I can actually be in charge.
And if we can get her back there and get her in charge, that's another vote that we have.
Okay.
And I will be in charge again because I've got this weird stepdaddy thing going on that I fucking hate.
It's okay.
Because he's controlling my mum and my dad's in like a prison thing.
Darkon looks at you for a second and says,
You must secure your vote, child. I will try and discover more from the Library of Vassanar. Meet me there in 3 days' time.
one of the assassins nearby has been walking amongst the others as they start to rise. There seems to be so much joy still amongst them. Roll me a perception check.
17 plus 2.
17 plus 1. Plus 0, sorry.
13 plus 2, 15.
15. All of you notice that there are a couple of the people who are there who aren't as happy as the other ones. They didn't find people there alone.
Is it because we killed their mothers?
I didn't kill their mothers.
But we killed their mothers. Yeah.
Might be something to do with that. Might be something you need to address in the future. The woman, though, who has been walking amongst them walks towards you. Apparently she's taken on the role of leader. We need to get moving. The doors will hold, but the numbers of those things are growing. We can't go back. But no one survives the sands. We don't have enough food and water to survive more than a few days. I sent some scouts at sunrise. I hope that's okay. They found some tracks leading away. 3 horses, 2 carrying heavy weight. And then there's this, she says, and she steps aside. Behind her, you can see 20 spirit bears, transparent creatures that are standing together at the edge of the camp.
About freaking time the bears showed up.
Yeah, I called them ages ago.
They are impressed by your polite joy that they're arriving and turn and leave straight away with a couple of middle fingers from the bears. Fuck you.
Could bears really give you a middle finger with only 4?
These ones will find a way.
Put 2 together and be like, read between the lines, motherfucker.
It has been less than a day. They got here very quickly.
Okay, so we run up and cuddle the bears.
And they seem pleased.
Like, thank you so much for coming.
Did you bring some magical food and water with you?
No, they don't do that. They don't speak. These are spirit bears. They're transparent. Transparent.
They're transparent. I love that.
That's a new word I'm doing. They're transparent.
Can we ride them?
But you can indeed ride them, yeah.
Oh, we can?
Yeah. The lady says they appeared last night, caused quite the stir. Then she looks at you and says, what are your orders?
We actually don't like the term orders.
Well, we are people who've lived and died by orders.
Yes, so we're just going to say requests.
What is your request? And she looks to the side and says, orders.
Can we ride you until we find...
The lady says, no, I'm sure that's what the bears are for.
But I was talking to you, lady.
No, that's not my thing. Not now. I appreciate the thought, though, she says.
Oh, that's nice.
No, I'm not going to make you feel foolish for being attracted to me. I look amazing. I've been working out. But thank you again.
Well, you've got my tattoo now, so just give me a call.
She looks down at the sand shyly and repeats her statement. Any requests?
Tell her where we're going and what our plan is.
We would like to go to the...
Orchestra. No, they're called
Fortress
orchestral
in
sands.
The fortress of the
Orchestral
orchestral
Sands.
sands because I want to take back my kingdom that is actually fucking mine.
No such place exists. It's a rumor.
Yeah, but no, it fucking does exist. My mum and dad are there. My dad's all locked up and shit, and my mum's like under control. It exists. I don't know how to get there though. I'm actually thinking that the flute will help me get there.
What flute?
Do you know about Minty Bitch? Have you heard about her? Have you smelled her, maybe?
She smells like
she's
mint.
looking around, starts to step back a bit, like maybe she's made a poor decision
Freya?
to follow you in the first
Freya?
place.
Okay.
Freya?
What about if we follow the tracks in the sand? Because I feel like this minty bitch is going this way. And she's got the flute, and I actually feel like she's going to like Pied Piper some shit, and the fortress of the orchestral sands will turn up once the Pied Piper has piped.
She turns around and whistles, just makes a couple of quick noises, whistles, clicks, and almost immediately rows of the assassins are standing in line together. Their children are coming across. They definitely don't fall into position quickly. They're just a schmozzle of children, which I believe is the collective term.
But they're really cute, aren't they?
For sure.
They look very cute, and you do see amongst them there are some kids you're going to have to look after. They are young. But there are older ones who have definitely fought before. They fought with you yesterday. They are looking confident. They are looking well rested.
Yeah.
The desert does look horrendous. Looks like it goes on forever.
It might be a really good time to actually have a look at the book, and then we know where we're going.
Oh, okay.
I love Elsie.
Hi, I'm Elsie, and I'm the voice of the Hitchhiker's Guide to Kaa'Riin. Please state the precise name of your destination.
The Fortress of Orchestral Sands.
Welcome to the Fortress of the Orchestral Sands. Well, I say welcome, but you can't be welcomed to the Fortress of the Orchestral Sands. It doesn't exist. Countless adventurers and hopeful heroes have been swallowed by an empty desert with no hidden secrets, lured here by the myth of a grand fortress that could vanish and appear at the beck and call of some mystical magical instrument played from portals hidden among the wastes. Well, I call bullshit. Instead, it's just an interesting confluence of wind and rock. You see, these sands sing. Gales and gusts howl through bedrock and boulder, whistling without reason, humming without ambition. A million monkeys playing a million tunes. Some hear flutes and clarinets. Others swear trumpets and horns. But that's all there is. No castle, no fortress, just a lost song.
Yeah, because they haven't got the right instrument.
When you say this, though, you played that right in front of an army of people who also don't think this fortress exists. And you can see, give me an insight check. We'll just see what you can see on their faces. And this is Freya alone.
It's not good.
What did you get?
It's a 4 + 2, so that's a 6.
They look confident to you. When you turn around, you do not see anything on their face that says anything other than, we got this, even though we just heard that story that says it doesn't exist. No, you turn around and go, they're ready. They're ready to go. So you feel quite confident. All right. What would you like to do?
We're going to follow the tracks into the desert after the minty bitch.
Alrighty.
On the bears, with the children, with the assassins, everyone together, all together, food and water, in our backpacks. Let's go.
And that is where we end part 1.
And that is it. We end part 1.
No, you don't copy me. I say that.
I was just letting her have that.
Is where we end part 1. Okay, now Morrigan, your turn.
And that is where we end part 1. Yeah, we did that.
Now we nailed it, people. And that is where we end part 1.
Oh, help me.
Don't worry about them. I'm sure they'll be fine. It's just a sudden ending. It happens all the time. So maybe there's danger or just a clever line. But don't worry about them. I'm sure they'll be fine. Right?